A massive winter storm is about to slam into 30 states, and if you live anywhere from the Mississippi Valley to New England, the next 72 hours could completely change your week. This is not a drill. Right now, every single major weather model is locking in on a dangerous system that could dump half a foot of snow, lay down a quarter-inch of ice, and send temperatures crashing 30 degrees below average. And here is the thing. Some of you watching this right now have no idea you are sitting directly in the crosshairs. So here is what I need you to do. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I am going to break down exactly when this storm hits your city, how bad it gets, and when it finally clears out. And if you stick around to the 5-minute mark, I am going to show you a pattern flip heading into March that could set the stage for something even bigger. Something that a lot of people are not talking about yet. But first, drop your city in the comments right now. Tell me where you are watching from. I want to make sure you are getting the forecast that matters to you. Let us get into it. So here's what is happening. A powerful Arctic high-pressure system is sliding down from Alaska this weekend. Think of it like a giant wall of dense, freezing air just bulldozing its way south from Canada into the northern plains, then east into the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. At the same time, moisture-rich energy from the Pacific is going to ride up and over that cold dome. And warm, humid air from the Gulf of Mexico is going to surge north to meet it. Now, when those two air masses collide, that is when things get dangerous. This is the exact same setup that caused the major ice storm back in January. Let that sink in. This one does not look quite as intense. But somebody out there is going to get hit hard. The question is who? Let me walk you through the timing city by city, and I mean a lot of cities. Sunday afternoon, that is when it begins. Snow starts breaking out across Iowa. Des Moines, you are first in line. Sioux Falls, Waterloo, Mason City, Cedar Rapids, you are all in it by Sunday evening. At the same time, snow pushes into Nebraska, Omaha, Lincoln, and down into northern Missouri, Kansas City, and St. Joseph. Temperatures up in the Dakotas, Bismarck, Aberdeen, Fargo, we are talking 30 degrees below zero. That is not a typo. By Sunday night, the storm cranks east. St. Louis, you start seeing snow mixing with sleet. Springfield, Missouri, Columbia, Jefferson City, all getting hit. And here is what nobody tells you. There is a narrow corridor from central Kansas through Missouri into Kentucky where this thing could turn into a full-blown ice storm. Wichita, Topeka, Lawrence, you need to be watching this closely. Freezing rain, sleet, power outages. That is a real possibility. Now, Monday morning. This is when it gets serious for the big cities. Indianapolis, you are looking at heavy snow starting before dawn. Columbus, Ohio, right behind you. Cincinnati, you are on the rain-snow line, so you could get snow, you could get ice, you could get both. Pittsburgh, heavy snow by Monday afternoon. Cleveland, same story. Akron, Canton, Youngstown, all in the heavy snow zone. Chicago. You are catching the back end of this system. 3 to 5 inches is a reasonable bet right now, but it could double. Milwaukee, Green Bay, La Crosse, Lansing, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, all in the snow belt for this one. But wait, the storm does not stop there. Monday night into Tuesday, the system pushes into the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Philadelphia, you could see 4 to 6 inches. New York City, about the same. Newark, Trenton, Hartford, Providence, all in that same corridor. Boston, you just got hammered by a historic blizzard. And now you are looking at another 3 to 5 inches on top of what you already have. Portland, Maine, Burlington, Vermont, Concord, New Hampshire, Manchester, Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, all of you are in this. And for the I-95 corridor, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Wilmington, Delaware, this one is tricky for you. You are right on the edge. Could be all snow. Could be a mess of freezing rain and sleet. That is the zone where a shift of 50 miles north or south completely changes your forecast. Now, here is the peak. Monday night through Tuesday morning is when this storm hits maximum intensity for the Northeast. If you live in southern New England, that is your window of greatest impact. Heavy snow rates. Maybe an inch an hour in the heaviest bands. Gusty winds. Near zero visibility in spots. By Tuesday afternoon, the system starts pulling out to sea. New York, Philadelphia, you should be clearing out by midday Tuesday. Boston, you are probably looking at snow tapering off by Tuesday evening. But the cold air behind this storm is brutal. We are talking highs in the teens and 20s across the entire Northeast on Tuesday and Wednesday, lows in the single digits, some spots below zero. Do not miss the next part because this is where things get really interesting. Let me give you the numbers, and remember, these could shift. But right now, this is our best estimate. Des Moines, 4 to 6 inches. Chicago, 3 to 5. Milwaukee, 3 to 5. Minneapolis, 2 to 4. St. Louis, 3 to 5 inches of snow plus a potential ice glaze. Indianapolis, 4 to 6. Columbus, 4 to 6. Cincinnati, 2 to 4 inches of snow with possible ice accumulation. Pittsburgh, 4 to 6. Cleveland, 3 to 5. Detroit, 2 to 4. Philadelphia, 4 to 6. New York City, 4 to 6. Boston, 3 to 5. Hartford, 4 to 6. Providence, 3 to 5. Albany, 5 to 8. Syracuse, 4 to 7. Buffalo, 3 to 5. Washington, D.C., 1 to 3 with possible ice. Baltimore, 2 to 4. Portland, Maine, 4 to 6. Burlington, Vermont, 3 to 5. Concord, New Hampshire, 4 to 6. Now, could those numbers double in the heaviest bands? Absolutely. Could they be cut in half if the storm tracks further south? Also, yes. That is the reality of forecasting 5 days out. But the signal is strong. The ingredients are all there. Cold air, moisture, energy in the atmosphere. This storm is happening. The only question is exactly where the heaviest snow sets up. And here is the part I told you to stick around for. Look, after this storm clears out, something big is happening with the overall pattern. And it could reshape everything heading into March. Right now, the Climate Prediction Center is showing above average temperatures for almost the entire lower 48 states from March 4th through March 10th. We are talking about a full-on pattern flip. The cold air retreats, warmth surges north. And when you combine that with increasing moisture from the Gulf, you get a recipe for something we have not seen much of this winter. Severe weather. And I am not talking about a little thunder and lightning. The European ensembles are already showing increasing odds of severe thunderstorms from Texas up through Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and into the Tennessee Valley as we push into the second week of March. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Little Rock, Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Nashville, Knoxville, Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh. All of these cities need to start paying attention. We are talking tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, the kind of stuff that comes with the transition from winter to spring. And this year, that transition could be violent because the temperature contrast between the retreating cold air and the surging warmth is going to be extreme. And here is the twist. Before that warmth takes over, we could see one more shot of winter weather in the Northeast. The models are hinting at another system in the Tuesday through Wednesday timeframe next week. That is on top of the one we just talked about. So if you live in the Ohio Valley or the Northeast, you might be dealing with back-to-back winter storms. Now, let me be straight with you. I am not trying to scare anybody. That is not what this is about. This is about being ready. Charge your phones. Stock up on groceries. Make sure you have flashlights and extra batteries. If you have elderly neighbors, check on them. If you are in that ice zone from Kansas through Kentucky, have a plan for power outages. And for the love of everything, do not wait until the snow is falling to figure out where your shovel is. Now, one more thing before I go. If you have not already, drop your city in the comments. I read them, I see them, and it helps me know which areas to focus on in the next update. Because here is the deal. This storm is still evolving. The track could shift, the totals could change, and I am going to be right here updating you every single step of the way. In the next video, I am breaking down the hour-by-hour snowfall maps as we get closer to this system, plus that severe weather outlook for March. You do not want to miss that one because if the pattern does what the models are suggesting, storm season could ramp up fast, and I want to make sure you are ahead of it. Also, real quick, before this storm arrives, Thursday is going to bring some sneaky weather to the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast. Cincinnati, Washington, D.C., Raleigh, Charlotte, Nashville, Birmingham, Montgomery, Huntsville, Greensboro, Columbia, South Carolina. All of you could see rain and possibly even some thunderstorms Thursday into Friday. Some spots could pick up 2 inches of rain in a short period, so keep that on your radar too. Stay safe out there, do not be scared, be prepared, and I will see you in the